one.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're back. I have my lovely assistant Tammy here with me. We're going to do part 2 of our leg exercises. I'm going to start with the hip lift, and we talked about making sure our whole calf is either on the ball or a chair. So if you don't want something moving, you want to use a chair. I'm going to use the ball. I'm going to put my hands up so I don't cheat. I'm just going to raise up, squeeze my glutes, and come back down. Raise up, squeeze my glutes, come back down. We talked about making it a little harder. You can do this on the chair, or you can do it with the ball. So I just rolling the ball out a little further means that there's more instability. And raise up, you can see me moving. Down, this is really good for your core as well as your glutes. And then if we wanted to get more advanced, we can put our heels on the ball and lift. I don't advise this one if you have any lingering back issues, not back strength, but back issues like my disc issue. I have to be really careful. So again, here's your starting position, calves on the ball. All right. Next up on our list, we're going to do leg lifts. We did them with the assistance of a chair. You can use your island. You can use anything that just has a little support. I am going to lift back and sideways. And we're working this gluteus medius, which we talked about when we did our, we'll do them on our side, and you use them for clamshells. You use them when you do your squats. So it's this little, you can put your hand, and you're going to go back. And it's a little movement. You don't have to go too far. So I'm going back and out to the side. I'll do the other side just to make myself even though you can't see me. Always do the same amount on both sides. All right, then we talked about some of the things that you can do to progress this exercise. I know when I was in class, I had an ankle weight. You can also do a band of some sort. Make sure if you're going to use a little mini band that you are either seated when you put it on or holding on to something. So what it looks like, little movement. Back and to the side. Again, you're working this little muscle right here, gluteus medius. Stop at 3 and do my other side. So anything that gives you a little bit of stability, make sure that you have your good posture when you're doing it. Don't slump over, or you don't arch your back. Those are all signs that you're, maybe if you're using a band and you notice that you're not having good posture, it's time to go back to not using a band, okay? We also talked about the lying down version of this. So, again, the safe way of getting down, rolling over. So, again, I'm gonna work this little muscle. I'm gonna go up and back a little bit. I'm trying to keep my body straight and just doing roll motions. Again, if you have an ankle weight, you can put the ankle weight on there. I'm going to roll over safely to my other side. Little motion, up and back. Right, that is the side leg. Okay, I can never remember what it's called. I'm gonna have to look at my cheat sheet, and I'm not embarrassed to admit it. Side lying leg lift, that's a mouthful. All right, we're gonna do our step ups. And again, we talked about a lot of different ways to do it. You can have anything, the side of your couch, the back of your couch, since it's high, your island, anything to give you a little extra stability. First would be alternating legs and putting your foot fully on the step.
Again, we want to have good posture. So if you alternate, that would be step 1. If you want to work your leg a little more, you can use the same leg the whole time. You can either leave it on there, or you can come down each time. It doesn't really matter. So in this case, I'm doing it just a little touch. I'm going to do a couple on this side, touch. One more. Whoops, I cheated. I'm going into the balance work, which is where you lift your knee. For me, it's easier to do one leg at a time so that I don't forget which leg is supposed to be going. But however you want to do it. This is what it would look like unassisted. To the other side. Usually you have one better side too for balance. If you want, though, to work on a little bit of balance, use one finger. You know, just be safe. Then we also talked, I don't have my weights with me. We talked about doing it with weights in your hands. Sorry, I should have brought them over. But weights in the hand. All right, and that is the step up. We also did 2 other exercises. I'll just do this. We did the heel raises. Again, you're working your calves. And in flexibility, we talked about the importance of having flexible calves because it enables us to have a good stride to walk properly, okay? So we did some stretching exercises. Heel raises is a strengthening exercise. So there's a couple ways to do it. Again, you can have your chair, your island, your couch, anything if you need it. Give yourself more stability. You can go up with 2, down with 1. Up with 2, down with 1. You can try, if you really want to work those calves, one leg. And the other leg. Always make sure you work both sides. The only exception is if you have an injury. So that's our heel raises. Then the last one we did was heel drops. And we talked about getting that vibration and kind of just getting a little force into your hips. And so that was coming up and dropping down and really feeling your heels hitting the ground. We also talked about breaking things up. And since the heel drop is one of the best exercises you can do for hip strength, your bones, do it like 10 a couple times during the day. Break it up. Do it when you're waiting for your coffee or do your balance, and then do a couple of heel drops. All right? And that is it for our leg